Okay, Watson, I'm gonna try to do this with a GoPro on my head because I've never done this. So we're gonna do two different omelets. The first one is very crucial as far as pan cleanliness. It's a French style omelet. So what we have here is just two eggs beaten with white pepper and a little bit of salt, and it sat for 15 minutes after I beat it up. And if you see how the proteins have kind of like broken up and now it's like kind of soupy, that's what you get with the salt doing its little thing over 15 minutes. Same thing with this. This is three eggs, a little bit less salt, and white pepper, but same thing. Now, if I was doing this for best, if you were trying to win an award show, you'd pass this through a fine strainer, like this one, and get out these little chunks. But we're just trying to make a meal. So, I've got I think it's an 8-inch skillet, non-stick. This one's a little beat up, but it's okay. We're gonna hit this on, if I can get the right burner, medium heat. And then what people don't tell you is non-stick is not necessarily non-stick right from the get-go. So you need to put some fat in there to seal the rest of it. So I just use a whole stick of butter, as you see, and spread it in there. Very health-wise, lick my fingers. And so what I want to do is get this fat all up in and coating everything. And especially want to pay attention to the rivets here, because that'll stick and hold anything on there. But we want to get on the sides, everything. We're probably going to make a little bit of a mess. And it doesn't look like there's anything here, but there's now a microscopic level of oil that is covering some of those pores. And by pores, I mean just the inner casting in whatever. So we also have a plate or ready to go, because this is going to go extremely fast. Now, the French omelet is prized for its lack of brownness, its creamy texture, and a cigar shape. We're going to see if we can do that. No idea if this is going to actually work. But what I like to use is a plastic fork, a very sturdy plastic fork, and because we don't want to use metal on our non-stick, we're going to keep the tines up. So I'm going to keep it on medium heat, and how we're going to control the heat is by taking the pan off, on and off. So, put my eggs in here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake the shit out of the pan, keeping the tines up. And what we're trying to do, since it's getting a little hot, it's already starting to break up on me. So I'm shaking the shit out of it. I'm keeping the tines up because we're going to keep on, we're trying to get some really small curds. And so it's already well hot enough. And this goes super quick. Now you can ease this if you use a little lower heat. But we're just going to shake the shit out of it. Back on heat. Get a little more in there. And what we basically want is we want the center to be a little raw, because it's going to cook afterwards. But what we're trying to get is a really creamy, soft egg mixture in here. Scrape this down. And when it looks kind of like so, what we're going to do is try to spread it out. And the more eggs you have in this, it's actually easier. So 2-egg omelet, not the easiest to do. But we want to make it nice and even. So we're actually going to switch to a spatula and kind of work it down. And the center is going to be the fattest part. So we can spread some of the egg out. Yeah, this can be hard with. But here you go. Here's one of my fails. And it's looking like that. But now, one of the things people always try to do is they try to tip the pan this way. And it's just easier if you're going to fold everything going this way, because you let gravity help you. So what we're looking for here is just for it to get set enough to fold and move together like it is right now. And after that, we're just gonna kind of roll it on itself. And voila. Now once we have it here, we can just roll it out onto our plate. And, not the most picture perfect, but now it's still hot. What we're going to do is take our butter, oh Jesus Christ, and just kiss it with butter. Yeah, I fucked that up. See, here you go. This is, I've been doing this for years, and see, we still managed to fuck it up. So, kill the heat. But now we have our French style omelet. The only thing we're going to do is come over here, garnish it with a little bit of parsley, and we're going to adjust the pepper cracker to a very coarse grind. And voila, we have our French style omelet. So now let's cut into it. Let's see what we got, our cross section. So, I'm not sure you can see this. But see how it's nice and creamy inside? And we have a French style omelet. Very creamy. Delectable. Now you don't, when you're eating this, you almost think there's cheese in there, but it's actually just barely cooked cheese curds. And that is the French style omelet. Sometimes they'll incorporate herbs into the batter or fold it in there. You could have done that before I rolled it, but this is a traditional, my fuck up of a traditional French omelet.